Well,
still,
for
in case.
asses out of this.
So my disguise skill is 10.
Mine's 11.
I didn't put points.
So
in my
that's pretty
disguise.
good. Yeah, I didn't think so. I did. I think. Because I need it for something. Yeah, I did put it into it. I think it's a future feat I'm looking into.
Possibly.
Which would be... Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it is. I just gotta... Where the fuck is the... Yeah, I guess this one. I just want this one.
Alright. You know what?
Alright then.
Yeah, it's that one. That's what I thought.
You're all set with your OBS then, Craig?
Oh yeah, I'm recording. It's recording.
Right, no worries. Alright then, so... the cart rolls up and stops out the front of the building. Esmeralda leans out the back of the cart to speak to you guys. Alright, fellas, we all know why we're here for this evening.
Right, we have to...
Mission
kill
for
Igor.
tonight... The mission for this evening comes from the forgers of the guild. They're seeking a specific item. It's the Septarian Signet. It's a small ring used by the Septarian Church to cast their decrees and signing all their important documents. The forgers will have much interest in this product, and they ask for you to receive it this evening. Now, has everybody got their disguises ready? Everybody roll disguise, please.
Okay. You said the
It's not ready.
You said
It's not ready yet.
the church, right?
Yes. Go to church.
So that'd be religion. I don't have knowledge religion trained. All right. Roll C10.
Yes,
I do. But that doesn't matter.
26 for my disguise check. 19 for
19.
wolf. I'm saying this because it's not recording the Discord, just my sheet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Actually, I should just make it record the Discord. They don't need to see my fucking sheet.
So,
Yeah.
Because then they can see the rolls. And who's talking.
yeah, I suppose that'll be more useful.
I mean, I think Nala does know our voice, but...
I know, but like... fuck you, you know what I mean.
It's just easier. Maybe somebody else might want to watch.
I swear, Crow, if you can't tell my voice apart from these two, that is a little sad. Then
I can't... Yeah, okay, sure. You know... I could turn face cam on, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's for freaks.
I don't think you can in this.
No, I absolutely can. What do you mean?
Disguise.
I know how to do this. I've been doing this for a long time.
Oh, roll disguise. Oh goodness. Okay.
I didn't think you
Sorry.
could do it in an actual voice.
Oh,
Well,
no,
in
no,
an
not in
actual
voice chat. I meant
channel.
my OBS.
Oh. Yeah. 11. Is that a
Okay.
minus? Oof.
Yeah, he's got a -1. I saw that on the sheet. Really, it was just to make sure that your disguises held up. It was really just don't roll a 1.
Mhm.
So you're all pretty good for your disguises. So you should all be got your disguises. You're disguised as
Does my disguise look extra
church
nice?
acolytes. Yes,
You're a very
disguised
sexy
as instead of just a regular acolyte, you're an actual priest, as
Awesome.
opposed to
God.
the standard acolytes of the other.
And I'm a damn nun.
A naughty nurse.
I suppose
No,
we
naughty
can all-
nun.
A naughty
I
nun.
keep forgetting who's women and who's men. So yeah, she's technically a nun then, because you're saying all that.
Yes.
Alrighty then. So, now I know our last mission didn't go very well and we're a bit short of hand. But luckily for us, we've got a man on the inside. He should be able to help you out this evening. He should be in the first corridor or in the first hall. He should be able to find you.
Is he disguised
So-
as anything? Is there any way we will be able to know that it's him?
He's also disguised as an acolyte.
Right, so how will we distinguish him from the other acolytes?
It'll
Call
be kind of
sign,
difficult for you
perhaps?
to distinguish him. He will be finding you. He's
Ah.
expecting you to turn up this evening, and he knows what your disguises are, so he'll be finding you.
So he'll be able to distinguish us from the regular acolytes.
Yes.
But
How?
you're a priest.
I'm confused as to
Don't
how
laugh.
he'll be able to know who we are, but we won't be able to know who he is. How is he able to see through our disguises so easily?
He's an inquisitor, so he knows most of the people from the church already. So he knows who's supposed to be there and who's not. He's been infiltrating this church for quite a while now, so he's well versed with who's supposed to be here and who's not, so to speak.
Fair enough.
Is he cute?
You better not blow our
What?
cover.
You should know
He's a
me
bit
by
young.
now,
He's a bit young for
Esmeralda.
me, but he's a bit young for me, but I'm sure you wouldn't have too much trouble.
This
Lillian.
burning desire is turning me to
Now,
sin.
Saizo, don't get overly jealous. You're still a cutie too.
Every time you say Esmeralda, I just think of the fucking that song.
I love how
it.
off and on topic we're getting here.
Anyway,
So our
should
job
be,
is to
we shouldn't-
get into the first corridor to rendezvous with the backup, find the ring, and
Yeah.
steal it.
Yeah.
Is there
and then
any
get the fuck out of Dodge.
other info we need? Like, is there a casualty warning? Like, we're not allowed to kill anybody. Is there any special requirements on this job, or is it just a pure snatch and grab job like usual?
Preferably snatch and grab. Some guards you may have to deal with. Preferably don't kill any innocent civilians.
Non-lethal. All right.
Can we take a souvenir?
Yes, the Forgers Guild has said they have only interest in the ring. Any other items you come across are fair game for
What
you
about
guys.
people?
How much are we expected to get paid from this job?
The Forger Guild is being quite generous, and you'll be getting 250 gold each for the return of the ring.
Not a bad price. This ring must be really special.
Yeah, the ring they use to make all their religious degrees is essentially their seal from their god. That ring, the Forgers could sign a lot of documents, make a lot of religious laws in the past, and that would be very helpful for us.
Put a
So
lot
they're
of
quite
pawns
interested
in
in this.
power. I get it.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go, Saizo, dear.
All right. Considering I'm dressed as the priest, I take lead with Esmeralda to make it look like I'm leading a group of acolyte and nuns to, as if they're like new, and I'm like acting like I'm showing them around or whatever.
No, well, Esmeralda herself isn't actually going; she's just driving the car.
Oh,
but
well then I do it without Esmeralda.
I
we'll-
accompany
we'll-
the Saizo.
Yeah.
As
Wolf's
like
character is Liliana, is it?
yes,
Memory serves.
yes. Like the
All right, so you
definition
two
of
step
opposite
out
of a
of
nun
the
too.
cart. So you step out of the cart, and you see a grand church, 3 stories, large steeple on the top. There's a few people milling about the front. Some people have started to go inside. It seems to be maybe a church services on this evening or today. What are you guys going to do?
I want to take a closer look around. Not get closer, but like just examine more closely to see if there's anything out of the ordinary or possibly somebody watching us or thinking we're suspicious just by being there.
Roll perception.
All right.
Yes, so everybody seems to be just going about their regular business. Nobody seems to be too fussed that you're there. There's a person over in the garden area to the right of the main door. He sort of looks up as he sees Liliana get out of the cart. he seems more interested in the way she looks as opposed to who she is. But apart from that, nobody seems too fussed about who you are.
I lean over to... What's your character's name again, Wolf?
Liliana.
Liliana. I lean over to Liliana and I go, that one's not going to last long.
I look up. I glance up in the direction he kind of gestured to and giggle a bit. Of course not, dearie. Not many do. I then bow my head back down and in the like a nun-like pose.
Yeah.
Let's continue onwards to the corridor, I guess, where we're supposed to be found by this figure, this backup.
Lead the way.
Let's go.
So you lead your way through to the main entrance and inside. Give me a second.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry for fuck's
Drag this out for a minute. I'm just quickly grabbing a drink of water.
Sorry. Trying
That's
to get
good.
a fucking picture of the map that I've got to show you, but it keeps telling me
Go
that
for
the
it.
quality is too high for Discord.
Yep, just give me a second to grab a drink of water, so just drag it out.
No worries, man. Okay.
We should really change our nicknames to our characters' names.
That's actually a
thinking that
great
myself
idea.
before.
Okay.
Oh, mine's gonna be fucking ruined now.
Well, you can
Why?
keep
There you go.
yours until we meet you.
My
So
name
you step
is
into
hidden.
the hallway. It's like that.
What?
That's what the hallway looks like. So you step in. Well, it's the room. You step in through the door at the right-hand side, would be the bottom. So you've got X's are your two guards standing next to you. Any of the S's are just random civilians.
Oh, okay. This
The
is
big black
a
things are
flip
just pillars.
image. Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of
Okay.
like
So
sort of
so
had
the
to
so
angle it
the,
about
the,
it.
the rectangular box is where we just came in. So the two X's are the guards.
Yeah, is the door. Yeah,
All
that's the
right.
door you came in. The two X's are the guards. The round circly things are just sort of pillars in the room.
All right.
You may
This
see a person
is-
standing at the sort of the top that's just sort of there by himself. You may want to head over towards that person for reasons.
I examine the person before we
Sure.
do that.
He looks sort of, he's dressed in the similar priestly robes to you. He looks like he's waiting for someone. He sees you and his eyes sort of light up, so to speak. He kind of
Once
gestures his head for you to come over.
I want to try to see if I can tell if this is like if he like thinks he knows us or if we're being led into a trap with like here.
Roll sense motive, I think it would be.
All right.
Yeah, that would be sensible.
do I need to have a check against that?
If you want to hide your motive.
If that's me, that is.
It is you.
Yeah,
if you wanted to
want to
hide your
hide the
motive from
fact
you
that
could
you
do.
know us, I guess, because you're supposed to be looking for us.
Well, I want to. Well, think about it. I need to keep hidden. Shifty
Yeah.
eyebrows.
So you'd roll.
Well, yeah, but you know who you're looking for.
Yes, I
So
know.
you can
I'm just
roll off
being an
against them
idiot,
if you
don't worry,
like.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so you rolled a 15 for your sense motive. Then you recognize that it's probably your contact. You're not 100% sure, but the way he's dressed and is holding himself, you feel like he belongs to the guild of.
I give a
thieves that you guys belong to as well.
subtle hand gesture towards Liliana to like say over here, and I slowly and priest like walk over to the person I suppose is the contact.
I follow along behind in nun-like fashion, literally and figuratively.
Once we get
No
to
worries, you make it.
the character, the person,
Mhm.
I look up and say in a calm voice, "Greetings, brother. Fine day it is today, is it not?"
Suppose the figure still is looking relative, facing your direction, but isn't looking right at you. Shrouded with a terrible acolyte hood that's all tattered and not too well looked after. Slowly raises the head, and as the light glints over the front of the hood, you capture a glance and a bit of a flickering of reflection on the light of one very blood red left eye, and the other one doesn't really show up that easily. And the figure responds with, "Yeah, a reasonably fine evening. What would your business be here?"
And I reply with, "We just came back from praying with one Esmeralda."
Esmeralda. Yes, okay, I see.
Yeah, I realised I probably should have given you guys like a code word or something, but
Yeah,
what
I mean,
you're
I
sitting there
figured,
like,
I'd make one. I think that would be a little
Thank you.
obvious, but
Yeah,
wouldn't stand out
cheers.
as much to anyone. So
Is this all we have for this evening?
it
you
appears so.
saying this isn't enough?
Well, so
Is what I
far, the key for the underground basement where the signet is kept is in the bishop's desk upstairs. Um, I've heard some weird noises from the basement recently, so I believe that we need to be careful
Could you
about.
describe the noises? Were they human-like, humanoid-like, or animalistic in nature?
Uh, Animalistic, growling, howling.
I see.
There is approximately 3 guards that I had seen enter the underground basement on top of whomever is still up here, and you see the figure have a very slow sort of head turn, but you see the one particular eye that keeps reflecting the light moves really quickly between left and right, trying to focus on all the guards.
So
So
we have to get to the bishop's room at the top to get the key to get to the basement where there's strange noises where the ring is held.
That would be correct.
Considering it
any
looks
idea
like
of what?
there's a church service going on, it doesn't seem like the bishop would be in his room. So now would be the best time to do it. That being said, we should probably scout out a little bit before you just go right there.
Extra eyes would be of great help for this, yes. Can we have an attempt to scout for the bishop on the main floor?
Yep, roll for perception.
Okie
All
dokie.
three.
25, nice. Damn, that plus 15 perception, man. Or plus 10. 24.
Oh,
Crit,
wrong
crit,
command.
crit.
That was a nat 20.
I saw
And I still rolled lower.
17. Alright, then. So you generally really see there's 4 guards in the room, 2 at each entrance. There's just a lot of church-going people sort of milling about. You don't really see any of the actual bishop himself. He doesn't appear to be in the room. But yeah, just a lot of churchgoers milling about, and no one of any real importance.
Maybe the bishop is in his room.
She's cute. I whisper under my breath so that no one could hear.
I continue talking in a low voice to the contact. How long have you been staking this place out?
Round about 6 weeks.
Is it common for priests and the like to go to the bishop's quarters?
Nothing out of the unusual for this area. It's mostly been the odd under basement that I've found has been.
So then it wouldn't look suspicious if we were to go there to his room. Act like we have business to attend with him.
No, it would be quite common. It shouldn't arouse any suspicion.
Then I suggest that should be our course of action.
Lead on, stranger.
First,
I wink at the contact.
we need something to call you. We can't just refer to you as the contact. Do you have a code name in this business?
Let's start with simple matters. Let's go with Joe.
Alright, Joe.
Hey Joe, what do you know?
Lead on to the bishop's quarters.
Alright, I will do a slight, what do you call it, beckoning hand gesture and start walking with my tattery, with like the how do they walk, with like the sleeves interconnected,
Yeah.
or whatever, and
yeah.
they walk. Yeah, I'm gonna walk like that.
I will do the similar thing. I'll do the same thing, but I'll keep my head up as I'm a priest and I need to look above the acolytes, as priests do.
Or I follow behind doing whatever a nun does.
Beat children with a
Run
ruler.
stuff.
I meant a nun following a priest. Not teaching children.
Alright, so you're going through the door at the top, I'm assuming, because it's the only other door.
Well, hopefully that's the one that leads in the correct direction.
You enter a long hallway. There is 4 doors, 2 on either side. Down the end of the hallway, there is a set of stairs, one leading up, one leading down. You just want to check anything else first, or do you just want to go straight to where you're supposed to be going?
Well, it seems like the sooner we do this, the better. It seems like wasting time would be really counterproductive in our case, counterintuitive. Our job is to steal and get out quickly, so let's steal.
Yep.
So.
No worries. So you head down the hallway and up the stairs. You enter another hallway. It sort of goes down for a little while. There's a wall there. The corridor turns to the right. There, on the right-hand side of the hallway, is another door. Joe, you are aware that the bishop's room is at the far end of the hallway. Do you wish to just proceed that way?
Is there any guards that way?
Not that you can see at the moment.
So there's a door at the far end?
So the hallway goes down and then takes a right-hand turn, as
Okay.
far as you can see from there.
I tell the group, I give a hand gesture to hold up. I want to sneak to where the wall paths off to the right, but put my back against the wall and peek out over it to see what I can see that it goes right.
Yeah.
You want me to roll stealth?
That's all fine. No, that's all fine. You won't need to roll stealth for that.
Alright.
So you wander down to the hallway. You have a peer around, and you just see the hallway travels down a little bit further, and then has a left turn. And that's all you can see from your vantage position.
So I do the hand gesture to signal them to follow to where I am now, and I do the same thing. I go to the branching path, sneak there, and peer over to see what's left.
So the hallway travels down a little bit further, and then there's a door at the end. There is a door on the left-hand side of the hallway, and 2 small doors on the right-hand side.
So I do the same thing. I signal them to follow, and then signal them to wait once they get to where I am. I carefully sneak to where the doors are, and I try to listen in on the doors to see if I can hear anything on the inside of any of them.
Roll a perception for that one. So you just sort of go up to the door wall, sort of put your ear up to see what you can hear anything. You sort of see sounds like a person in there sort of writing on some parchment. What did you roll? It's a 10 plus. So you think you may hear the sounds of just sort of some light breathing just behind the door.
I signal with my hand the group to slowly approach where I am, and then I do a hand signal I show up one finger, and then I point to the door. Then I hold up another hand, just a palm, and gesture writing down on the other hand, and then I point to the door once more.
And do we need to roll something to understand this?
I feel like if you could understand what I was just implying through what I just said, you should be able to understand it in game.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Probably.
Your intelligence is like 3, so yeah.
Hey, I had to double check just in case.
You're right.
Is there I want to examine the door. Is there like a peephole or a keyhole or something I can look through?
Yes, that's got a large keyhole in it.
I would like to
big bolt lock keyhole.
peek through the keyhole.
Then you peer through the keyhole. You can see sort of from your small vantage point, it's a nicely appointed room. There seems to be like a small writing desk across from the hall. You can't see anybody at it. You sort of trying to peer sort of sideways through the keyhole. You think you may see like a person's glove or something that might be standing next to the door.
Oh, I signal back to the party. Oh shit, how am I gonna hand signal this? I signal to the party. I gesture my hand as a shooing motion, telling him to shoo, but I put my finger up to my mouth first to shh, and then I do the shoo thing. So quietly shoo. That's what I try to gesture.
I stand back at the corner where I hadn't left to begin with because I didn't really think, or I wanted to keep an eye to make sure no one walked up behind us. Joe?
Sorry, I need you to repeat that.
I am standing back at the corner prior to where the door is because I never left there because I was trying to keep an eye out for people coming up behind us. I don't know where the heck you are. And he just signaled for us to walk away from the door.
Oh, okay. Alright, well then I'll wait around the corner with you gliding as if I have no legs in my robe.
As I do that, I stand up quietly just in case the door is opened.
Also, while doing that, I kind of shrug at him, or shrug over at Saizo, like, what? Why did you need to do that type deal? But I still stay back far enough, understanding what he said.
I behind my back, I hold up one finger, and then bend it back, and then bend it forward, as if pointing to the door, trying to tell him that he's right next to the door.
I feel like I need to make an interpretation. Can I do sense motive here?
Roll a sense motive.
Do I need to do this?
Well, I was telling both of you, so if you're trying to look at it, yeah.
No. I'm kind of glancing behind us at the same time, but I guess I didn't glance that time, so sense motive.
You both understand.
Oh, I was hoping I didn't because I was just gonna go up, what the fuck, whatever, and turn back around. Gesture.
Was a DC 12 to beat, so.
Oh,
Cool. Has a random hand gesture DC check chart.
Just roll that, that might be.
I'm not sure what
there
to do
actually
now.
is somewhat.
I'll lean over to
I mean, you are still disguised.
since I don't know the name of the character next to me, I'll lean over
Oh yeah,
and
Wolf,
say,
you should change your nickname here to your character's name like I did. That's what we were planning on doing.
the character didn't really introduce itself, but that's fine.
Just say
I'll lean
over
over to
the nun.
the nun. Yeah, lean over to the nun and say, quietly. I thought we were going to just approach the door as seeking the bishop's guidance. What's the hold up?
He's a very cautious person. Don't mind him.
I knock on the door lightly.
And as I say that, I'll just begin to like make my way up with Saizo.
One second.
Oh.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
thought it would reset. It didn't work.
What?
All good. Doesn't matter.
What?
Your
So you knock
character's
on the
name's
door.
there. That's fine.
It works for
You
me.
knock on the
The
door
only ones I
lightly.
don't see is wolves. That's it.
You hear a sort of commanding voice just say, "Enter."
I open the door and I enter, but before I do, I like signal a like motion to follow, a gesture to follow me to behind me.
I kind of hurry up along just so I get in behind him.
I do the slow sort of hovering, graceful walk thing that you see in movies. I don't rush, but I take my time to get there.
As I enter the
No.
room, I want to immediately do a quick scan around, but very quickly, to see if I can spot anything.
Discreetly.
Yeah.
So you see there's the bookshelf or the cupboard you saw across the hall when you were looking through the door. There is a guard to the left of the door and a second guard to the right of the door.
God damn it.
There is a... There you go, looks like that. So you've got sort of bookshelves and stuff behind him. There's sort of him sitting at his desk. Two sort
Are
of
those
chairs just sort
empty
of in front of his
seats?
desk. Yeah, there's two chairs in front of him that are empty.
So I walk up in the middle of the chairs. I don't sit down because I'm the priest. So I walk right in the middle, and I do a polite little bow to him, and I say, "Excuse us, Father, but we must talk."
Sort of looks up at you, looks back down, sort of finishes writing what he was writing, puts his little quill pen away, sort of puts his parchment over, just sits there and sort of crosses his arms over. What can I do for you, my son?
It's come to our attention that it seems some of the acolytes here are involved in a plot to try and steal the ring. These,
Deception signet.
yeah, this nun, an acolyte, have brought it to my attention of a plot between their colleagues, and I figured it would be wise to take it to you.
Roll a. What's the speech
Deception.
buff on this one?
Bluff?
Deception, is it?
It'd be a bluff.
Bluff?
It'd be a bluff
Yeah, buff.
check.
29.
Not bad.
No. Well, that certainly does sound troubling. Do you have any idea who they are?
I do not.
When they might be coming?
I do not, unfortunately. All I know is that I fear that it may get into the wrong hands, and I know it presumptuous to ask this, Father, and I wouldn't if there was any other way, but I would like to request that I may move it somewhere safer amongst us in the church, where only you and I may know the location.
What could be more safer than the basement storage security? You've been down there, I'm sure.
Yes, but
You've seen what's down there. How could it be more secure than that?
Father,
I'm sitting
sometimes
there hearing this, and in my head I'm like, well, this is gonna be fun.
Father, sometimes the best things, the best hidden things, are the things that are hidden in plain sight.
Well, where do you suggest we hide it then?
The main hall, where we have our gatherings, somewhere there would definitely have a beneficial place to be there. Nobody would expect it to be there in plain sight. Nobody would attempt to steal it. And that way, once it's moved, we can stand by and watch whichever acolyte would attempt to go into the vault to take it. We can catch them during the act, and there would be no risk of us losing it.
Roll another bluff check. Seven. Well, perhaps that could work.
Please, Father.
There isn't many places to store it in the first floor.
I'll
Perhaps
glide
maybe-
forward slightly, and you keep speaking. Sorry, Pheonix. I'll talk up.
Perhaps it would be better stored in the church reception, or the
You are,
church
Father, you are,
place where they had the mass and shit.
Father, you are most right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Forgive me, Father.
For I
Quite alright, my son.
I would like to be the one to move it, as I said. You know how much this religion means to me, to all of us.
Of course. Roll another bluff.
Doing pretty good so far.
This is bullcrap. Yes, that seems like it would be a good idea, I suppose.
Thank you, Father.
He
You honor me.
reaches into the cabinet and pulls out the key that you will need to get into the box downstairs.
I take it and I
Now,
bow
you'll need
once
this,
more.
you'll need,
Let him finish.
but of
and
course,
then-
you can't just be going down there yourself. He gestures to one of the guards.
Of course.
Roger, you're going to have to go with them. Obviously, they don't have the security, they don't have the clearance to get through downstairs, first floor, without the other guards. You know what the guards down there are like. They're a bit jumpy. You're going to have to go with them to make sure that they're not in any trouble from the other people down there. Roger just sort of nods to the bishop, like, follow me, and then leaves out the door.
I bow to the Father once more. You honor me, Father. And I exit the room.
I stand up, bow, and follow.
Yeah, I'll make my bow and say to the bishop guy or whatever he was, I forget. I'm sorry. I'll say your faith has not been misplaced, and lower my head a bit further, and then glide and follow the others.
Yeah. No worries. So you head back down the hallway you came down the stairs, and then down the second set of stairs into the basement. You get to the bottom of the stairs. There's a small door there. It is locked. The guard goes up to the door, knocks on the door. So, Bishop has asked that these men come through. Apparently, there's some sort of plot to steal the ring, and the bishop wants it moved. You just sort of hear a guard from the other side here. Well, that's rather unorthodox. But if the bishop says so, and he unlocks the door and opens the door.
We going?
So he's going. The guard.
What's it like looking down the tunnel, or whatever,
So-
down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
Well,
So
it's
as
down
you
the
come down the
stairs.
stairs. So yeah, it's just down the stairs. It's sort of
Mhm.
stairwell just sort of goes down. It's sort of a little left-hand turn, and then there's just a door there. It's just like a little stairwell.
Okay.
And then so you open it, you look through the door. It's just a rather long hallway. There is a room on a door on the right-hand side of the wall. On the left-hand side of the wall, there is 4 cells, like prison cells.
All right.
The hallway carries on down a bit further, goes left. That's all you can see so far. The guard that opens the door has a look at you guys, and I'd like you to roll another disguise check, please.
All right.
Ooh, shit.
On a
Ooh,
second.
double shit.
I think I know what's gonna happen here. I'd like to RP my failure.
Well,
Okay, so he's going to recognize Joe as not one of the people he's supposed to be.
How did you add the tag to that, by the way?
hashtag.
Hashtag.
Oh, at the end of the roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Space
Oh,
hashtag,
cool.
whatever the hell you want to write.
Okay, cool. I'll do that next
I
time.
just remembered how to do that when Crow did it
Uh-uh.
first time.
So, as I was the last one to enter and attempting to glide down the stairs with
So-
no grace,
He recognizes
Gracious,
both
I
Joe
trip.
and Saizo.
What do you mean?
Lillian
What do you mean he
doesn't
recognizes me?
Well, he doesn't recognize you. He recognizes you as not one of the priests
As far as he
that you're
knows.
disguised as.
But considering that the other guard just told him that the bishop asked us to do it, I mean,
So I trip,
it's
and
a bit-
then
that's tough.
trying to maintain my posture, the hood falls off my head.
I'm just gonna keep acting normal. Even if he doesn't recognize me as one of the priests, the other guard specifically said that the bishop asked us to do it.
So conversations will be had. So the robe. So you're saying that the hood sort of falls off your head.
A little bit, because they definitely noticed I'm not one of them, right?
Well, so the guard sort of looks at you two, and he's like, "Are you new priests, or priests and acolytes, so to speak? I know I've definitely seen you before. And as for you, sir, last I checked, we don't allow half orcs to be acolytes in this church."
I take a step back. Who is the guards? What was the guard's name again that brought us down here?
Roger.
I take
No,
a
you have to remember that.
I take a step back and I looked at Roger and I go, "The ring is in trouble. We got to go now." Like gesturing that the half orc was in on it the whole time, and that not gesturing, but like trying to imply that the half orc was in it the whole time, and the one trying to steal the ring, and that we have to go move it now while the other guards have the half orc contained here.
So you're going to blame it on Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna pin it on him.
Okay, roll a
We're gonna
bluff check, please.
We're gonna kill his second character.
That's
My
just
God.
mean, man. Oh, dude, no, that's not cool.
I'll attempt to, because was it Roger that said he recognized me, or was it one of the others?
So it's the guard that's downstairs that said he recognised that you
Yeah,
weren't
I'll
one of the
say-
acolytes, and that
yeah.
they don't allow half orcs to be acolytes.
Well, I'll say to them that an exception was made, as I've tried my best to conform, and
reform.
No, conform.
I hope that
Yeah.
nat 20 doesn't go wasted. That better fucking.
No, no, it's not. Unless he rolls a nat 20 against you, you're pretty well set.
Oh, I've got to roll off that. Are you serious?
So
Oh,
Nat
fuck.
20
if
it
you're
back.
going to try, if you're going to try and disagree with his bluff, then you kind of have to.
Not necessarily disagree with it, but I'll say that I've been here for a significant portion of time and I have not done anything wrong in the
which
whole
is
time
going
I've
against
been.
my bluff then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. I'll roll anyway, see what happens.
This will be good.
Let's see, what is my bluff bonus? Not that it's going to matter, but I'll do it anyway.
You never know, man.
Just nat 20, and then this will be
0.
good.
We
Shit.
fucking confuse them, so they just kill themselves.
13. Yeah, it's not going to help them, sadly.
I think I can beat it. Well, actually, I could beat his roll.
It's a bit rough. So the guard just says, "What? Really?" And then just sort of grabs Joe, sort of like around the neck and by his arm, sort of pushes his arm behind his back, and then sort of tries to throw him to the ground.
What would I have to roll to stumble and like lose, quote unquote, lose my balance and fall into them, knocking them off of him for him to possibly escape and to kind of distract them
Before
by
he
doing
does that, because I don't want this to get. I'm gonna quickly continue onward, making it look like I'm trying to move the ring before anything bad happens to not upset the bishop.
Let's see.
If you're gonna get into a
So
fight,
the
I'm not gonna
guard
be a part of it.
first,
I
the
don't
first
plan to
guard,
be a
or
part
the
of a
guard that
fight.
was behind the door, just says, "Stop! You can't go down there. I know the bishop sent you, but you can't go. You can't go down there by yourself.
Then come
Not
with me
without
quickly. The
first
ring
alert."
must be protected.
Is it a bluff or diplomacy at this point? Probably.
Well, it wouldn't be a
Bluff
bluff.
still.
I'm not bluffing. To
Yeah, I guess. So it would be diplomacy to just
my bluff
convince
is
them.
way higher, so like it's not like I'm trying to cheese anything
Yeah.
out. All right, I'll
No,
roll
that's
diplomacy.
it.
What would you do to... Would that be a performance for you to fall over like that because you're doing it intentionally?
It might be a.
Or is that like an acrobatic maneuver?
It'd more be like a combat maneuver kind of thing, where you're trying to like knock someone off.
Yeah,
A shove, kind of like, so it'd be a combat maneuver.
that's it.
Would it be a
Diplomacy.
combat maneuver?
Yeah, because it'd count as a shove, because that's what you're trying to do.
Be an acro. Yeah, I guess. How the fuck would I pull that one off?
It's your CMB against their CMD.
Well, this could be good. Where is my CMB?
Maybe it's your
This would be
CMD.
What is their CMD is my question.
Well, we don't know that.
I'm looking for it.
It's probably quite high. So just for that, because I'm sure I can bluff my way out of it unless I roll a nat 1. I'm going to accidentally trip and fall, quote unquote, trip and fall into that guard and attempt to kind of knock him off of Joe on accident completely. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, his CMD is 14, so.
It goes
Which
to
does the
the
tie go
effective
defender.
or not?
Yeah, it does.
It goes to the defender, does it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you sort of fall into him. He sort of leans back a little bit and then just sort of pushes you forward again with his shoulder. It's like, "You're right, Elf."
Oh,
I asked Roger.
really?
I asked Roger, like, the bishop told us to move it. We gotta move it.
So, all right, yeah. So back to the first guard that was trying to stop you. You rolled an 11 for your diplomacy. So he's like, "Look, I can't bloody do everything here. I've got to get these prisoners. Well, I've got to get this one up to see the bishop."
Can I take Roger with me? He brought us down here.
Roger should be fine. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small whistle. He gives it to Roger. "You'll need this." Roger sort of looks at him, nods, and then so the guard that's downstairs, we'll call him Peter, he takes Joe, sort of starts to sort of drag him up the stairs back towards the bishop's office. You're going to be going down the hallway.
I'll grunt, but I'll kind of let them take me. I won't resist too much.
I hope you have a very high escape artist.
So you're going to be going down the hallway then, Crow. Wolf, what are you going to do?
Well, I thank the guard for catching me, as well as curse inside my head. God damn it! And I continue to follow after Saizo and Roger.
Roger.
I was going to say that earlier in the first room when I first heard his name, but I didn't.
Classic. All right then. Yeah. So you head down the hallway. It goes down the hallway a bit further. It's quite a long hallway. It gets to the left-hand turn. It turns left, and you're greeted with a bull mastiff dog. Roger sort of goes, "Well, that's what the whistle will be for then," and he blows the whistle. The dog sort of ears perk up. Just sort of looks up, sees the guards there with the whistle. Just sort of looks up and goes, "Oh," and then just sort of slinks back into the corner.
Okay.
So you keep going down the hallway. Hallway goes a little bit further down and then takes a right-hand turn. You turn the corner. There's another dog there. It's obviously already heard the whistle. It's sort of standing back as well. Keep going down the hallway a bit further. Takes another right-hand turn. You keep walking down. There's a third dog. It's also heard the whistle when it's just sort of standing aside.
Jesus Christ.
Keep traveling down then. You turn, it turns right again. Just a little small right. You see a big large door and two guards standing in front of the door. The guards sort of see you guys sort of going, "What the hell's going on down here?" And then sort of looks to Roger for an explanation. Roger tells them what's been happening. So yeah, Roger sort of explains the situation to them. And they insist that that's kind of an unorthodox plan, but if the bishop says so, then that's what they have to do. So the guard unlocks the door and lets you in.
All right.
I'm assuming he's going to enter the room.
Yes, we enter the room.
I follow. So, what's in the room?
I'm just getting there. Looks like this.
All right.
So you come into the room, you see there's sort of 6 sort of cage-like areas along the sides. Each of them sort of has what appears to be a chest on the inside of them. There's a closed room down the far end, assuming that's where the treasure would be.
All right. I turn to Roger, and I say, "Roger, for all you've done a lot for this church. Would you like to do one more thing? Would you like to do the honors of opening the chest?"
I mean, I suppose. Do you have the key?
I do, and I hand him the key that the bishop gave to me.
Yeah. So Roger sort of walks down the hallway, unlocks the door. Well, the door's not locked, but he opens the door. And are you going to be following him, or are you going to be staying down the far end, or what are you doing?
We're going to follow him.
So you follow him.
Standing behind him.
He opens the door. He goes into the small room you can see there. So there's sort of a large chest in the middle of the room. It's got a rather intricate lock on it. There is 2 small chests, one on either side of the room. Roger sort of bends down. You see him go to put the key in the lock. And bad luck, Roger. So Roger just puts the key in the lock, turns the key, and you just see an arrow come piercing through the wall and straight through the side of Roger's head. He falls down.
Is it safe to say he's dead, or do we have to?
Give me a second.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He went down. He went down like a sack of
So
bricks.
he's dead. So
He's dead.
So I whisper to
'Cause it was still his
Liliana,
face.
and I go, "That's why you have them open the chest first."
Well done.
So he's turned a lock in the chest. The chest itself hasn't opened yet. He's
I,
just put the key in there and he's turned the key.
I examine the chest for any more traps.
Roll for. What is that for that? What's on the sheet? Would it be a disarm trap? I
Disable
assume?
device.
Is disarm trap on there?
Disable device
That's the one.
is the equivalent. Yeah. Unless it's magical, then it'd be use magic device.
Oh,
I think
come on,
use
man.
magic devices for like spells and wands and stuff.
We ain't getting shot today.
So, sort of examining around the room, you just sort of, or examine around the chest, you just sort of see there's like a small ornate sections on either side of the box. They're like little carved square type bits. It appears that two of them looks like they can be pushed in.
Is there any way I think I can try to disarm these traps?
That's the
So you
way to
assume
go get
by
around it.
pushing those buttons in would disarm the traps, yes.
All right, I push the buttons in then.
In what way do you push the buttons in?
Ooh, so there's
The
an
way to
order.
disarm the traps.
Individually,
God damn
or-
it.
Is there a way for me to examine this and see which is the best method of pushing in the buttons?
I mean, considering he disabled the device, shouldn't he know?
So disable the device only lets him know how the device should be disabled, or what, how,
Right,
where
then
it
it's
is the
how
device should be
then.
disabled. Yeah, it's how it should be disabled. So yeah, you should be right. So you, as far as you can tell, it looks like the buttons need to be pushed in at the same time and held in
So I do
before you can open the lock.
So I do exactly that then.
How do you
You're going to need to
open
have
the
to
thing?
ask for some help because you've only got two hands.
So I whisper to Liliana and I say, to disable the traps, I need to hold these ornate things down. When I do, I need you to open the chest.
Sure nothing's gonna happen?
As long as I keep these held down, nothing will happen.
I'm holding you to that, Saizo, sweetie.
I hold the things down.
I open the chest.
Oh, you open the chest. There is a very nice looking leathery chest. It's got like a red suede leather on the inside. There's a small pedestal on there. There's a small signet ring sitting on the inside of it.
I pocket the signet ring.
Do you?
So you're gonna let go of the traps?
Oh wait, I am pulling the traps, ain't I? I guess
Yes.
I can't really pocket anything if my hands are fucking on a button.
That's the
No.
point.
Retracting that statement, I pick up the signet ring and slip it down my cleavage. I then nod to Saizo and back away.
I let go of the buttons.
I also
So
had closed
Did
the
you?
door.
You've closed
Yes.
the lid, or the door,
Yes,
or
I
the lid of the
closed
chest?
The fucking
The
lid.
chest
I'm
before you
not
let go of the buttons.
Yes.
Fine. Damn, that chest was a pain in the ass to make, and you guys ruined it for me. There's like 4 ways that chest could have fucked you guys up when you ruined it all for me.
I mean, we're already being cruel to Dane again. We can't be...
I feel bad about it,
Yes.
but
Speaking
like
of which,
I really do feel bad about it
Speaking
because I've helped
Yeah.
Dane.
Speaking of,
But like, this is a thieves guild. I mean, come on. He
Yeah.
knew the risk.
I don't know how much of a thieves guild we are, but I have an idea of how I may try and help him get out of this once we head back up.
Speaking of which, we're gonna just sort of head back to Dane now.
Yep, for a little bit to find out what's going to happen here. Good luck, man.
So he's trying to take you back up the stairs to see the bishop. What are you doing? You're just sort of letting him be?
Well, there's still another what guard down there.
The guard where, sorry?
So there's one is there one or two taking me up?
So there's a single guard taking you up. Your second guard had went with the other two and is now since being deceased. So just a single guard that's taking you up now.
Okay.
So he's sort of just on the first set of stairs as you went down in the basement.
Okay. How long will it take for him to reach the top door?
The top of the stairs to the
Yes.
first floor, or
Yes.
so there are stairs. It's only about 40 stairs, so it'll only take him 30 seconds or so to get up the
Okay. I'm
stairs.
just thinking.
If you're not, trying to struggle with him and shit.
I'm thinking. Shit. Look, I think I'm just gonna have to let him take me up the stairs, and then I'll have a look at what it's looking like on the first floor.
Alright, so he's taking you up the stairs. You're on the first floor. So you just sort of see it's just another set of stairs straight across from these stairs that go up, and the hallway that leads to the main part of the church.
Is there still many people walking around?
Through the hallway, you can't see anybody, no. There's no one in the hallway that you can see.
Fuck, I don't know whether to resist or not.
Do you have escape artist?
No, I do not have escape artist as a
God damn.
class skill.
God damn.
I did with my other character.
Do you have bluff?
Do I bluff? I will attempt to reason with him.
So diplomacy.
Yeah, that would be diplomacy then.
I'll say, just, I'll ask him for his name first. I'll be like, hang on, what's your name?
It's Steve.
Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Look, I've been an acolyte here in the church for the last 6 weeks. Does my race really matter at this point, now that I've already been serving for such a significant period of time?
So yeah, roll for diplomacy then. Roll for a bluff. Yeah, bluff. So,
Probably
do you
want to
know
roll
how
a
long
bluff.
Do you know how long I've been working here? I've been in
No,
this
I
church
do not,
for
Steve.
30 years.
30
Do you really
years.
think I wouldn't notice if there was a half orc in my church? Really?
Half orc.
Just
And
sort of scoffs.
it's
And then
taken you
starts taking
6
you upstairs
weeks.
some more.
I will attempt to resist.
Right then, so that's a CMB versus his CMD.
Okay, so CMB.
Yeah.
There we go, that's better.
Much better. He was a 14, so you managed to break free for him.
Run. Okay. So hang on, am I still about to hit the first floor, or have I already gone up the stairs towards?
So you're on the first floor, between the two sets of stairs.
Okay. Shit.
This is gonna be fun.
You're gonna want to do something quickly.
Yeah. All
Before he
right.
does
Okay. I'll make a sharp sort of like a. It's how do I put it? Kind of like a dog whistle. So like you hear this kind, like I know humans can't hear dog whistle, but can I say that I go with kind of like a slight sort of? Everyone else hears a sort of quiet creak, and that's my signal to let my friend know. So it's kind of like a.
Considering where you are, yeah, I'm going to allow it.
Sorry?
Considering where you are location-wise, I'm going to allow it.
Okay. And then I will run down the stairs at which I was just dragged up, and there's a door there.
Yeah, so they're down the stairs and into the hallway. There is a lock. There is a door that does lock, yes.
Okay, is that door currently locked?
No, it's unlocked. The guard
Okay.
that you were now talking with has unlocked it when you went down.
Okay, alright. I'll run to the door and I'll wait for my companion to come through and then shut the door.
Oh, so you're waiting for your cat to come down with you and enter
Yes.
the door before you lock it.
Yes.
Turkey then. What's the movement speed of your cat?
Alright, let's see. Digmore, I believe, has
It's 40.
movement of 40. And then if he's
40.
sprinting or making a
Okay.
rush maneuver, would that be 80?
Yeah, so he only has speed 30 anyway, so you're going to beat him down. So the
Alright,
cat
good.
manages to beat him down and through the door. You close the door and lock it behind him then, I'm assuming?
If it's got a lock that I'm able to lock with my hand, like, one of those latch type locks, then yes, absolutely.
Question,
Yeah,
is
so
this
it's
the
like a
door he just
big
got
sliding...
dragged out of to the basement?
Yes, this is the basement door.
God damn it.
So the only way in and out of the basement is now locked to you guys.
From the
Well,
inside.
So
Yeah, so
from the
we're
inside,
actually
yes.
able to
You
get
slid
out.
the lock. It's like one of them big sliding lock jobbies.
Yep.
Oh, this will be good.
Okay, so you do that then, do you? And then what do you do?
Yep. Is the other guard that's still down here hanging about, or what's he doing?
Yeah, he's dead. Got shot in the head with an arrow. There's two
Oh,
guards
No,
at the door.
that was Roger. There's still the other.
Yeah, that was Roger. Yeah, I
There's
thought
the
there was
other
two
two
when we
guards.
first came down the stairs.
Yeah. Was there not
So
two
one
when
took
we
me
entered?
up.
Yeah, so when you came downstairs, Roger was taking you with you downstairs. There was a second guard behind the door.
Which was the one that brought him up. And is
yeah,
there not
who brought
one,
him up? Roger?
one
There
or
was-
two that
there
are
was
down
There's two
with us,
guards
though?
yes, there's two guards down the far end of the hallway.
Right.
So
But
you're
at
not
the
there
door
yet.
to the- Yeah, he's not that far yet. He's not that far down the hallway. So they're
Okay.
down the far end of the hallway at the other door.
Can I see anything like possibly a loose piece of wood or something I could snap off to kind of assist in barring the door?
No, it's just sort of a long hallway, but the door is
Okay.
pretty secure. It's
Alright.
like a big,
Okay.
it's one of them big metal sliding bolt locks that go all the way across.
Okay.
So
It's a bolt.
it's pretty steady.
Deadbolt.
Or like a big metal.
Well, I suppose that means that they can't key it open, so that's good. All right, I will stealth down the hallway with my companion.
Roll stealth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll stealth.
Do you
While
want me
this
to
is-
roll one for it too?
Yes, you both have
Yes,
to roll for stealth.
probably.
First one's
Question.
me.
Goblins are small, aren't they?
What's that got to do with anything?
They get a bonus on stealth checks due to their size.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
goblin, so.
Oh, he's half goblin. so-
No, he's half
I'm
orc.
half orc.
Oh, half
It's
orc.
the
Never
opposite
mind.
of goblin.
It's the bigger fucking green things. Got it. Yep.
Nice. Don't allow half goblins in my church. Yeah, just this midget just fucking walking around.
Well, you were flying, so I'm like,
Baby Yoda.
Would a half goblin be medium or small though?
I think it'd be small, wouldn't it?
It probably depends on the size of the other half.
I guess yeah. I guess it means whether the dad is human or a goblin.
What happens if it was the mother?
Well, if the dad
And it
was
was the father.
if the dad was human,
really
it makes
weird.
sense that the kid would be a little bit taller, medium sized rather than small. Whereas if the dad was the goblin, it'd inherit the dad's height and be small.
I guess.
It's just Punnett
But he
squares.
also could be a halfling. He could be a half halfling, half
I
goblin.
mean,
Anyways,
I guess, but halfling already is like
All right, so
Anyway.
he's stealthing
Anyway,
down the he's
stealth
stealthing
rolls.
down the hallway.
So you rolled a 22 for you and a 17 for
Other
your
way
cat, I'm
around.
assuming? 17
Other
for
way
your 22 for
around.
cat.
Mhm.
Nice. Okie dokie. So you're stealthing down the hallway. You just sort of going down the hallway, you get to the part of the hallway you can get to, you turn left, there's a dog. It cares not that you're stealthing, because it's a hallway, and it's a dog.
Oh,
And you've got a
shit.
cat, and it doesn't like cats.
It's a reasonably big cat.
And I'm going to have to ask you guys to roll for initiative.
No,
All of
just
us,
him.
or just me and the cat?
We're
Just
far
him
away
and
from
the
Just you and
cat.
the cat.
Yeah.
We're not near
Yeah,
the
just
cat.
you and the cat, not all of you. Not you guys. Just you and the cat are going to need to roll initiative against this dog.
I swear to God, Dane, if you die again,
I will feel if you die again, I'll feel really bad because I helped you a bit, and then I'm the one who technically caused your death.
and I had a plan to save your ass.
Alright.
Well,
Nat 20
he
initiative.
gets a surprise initiative. Congratulations.
In my this is not, obviously not how you have to do it. It's just my opinion. In my campaigns, of course, I play 5e, which is much different. When players roll a nat 100, I just make them always go first. And if they roll a nat
Well, no.
1, they always go last.
With nat
Ah,
20s in this case, what happens is he gets a bonus initiative roll before the thing can even activate. That's how it works in Pathfinder. So he basically
Like that's official.
can surprise attack the damn thing. Yeah.
So he gets a free action, you mean, not a free initiative roll.
Basically, yeah.
essentially.
He gets a free action, and if
Yeah.
everything else rolls lower than him, then it basically
No, shit.
Did the dog
goes
roll a
after
20?
him.
No, the dog rolled an 18.
Wait, so he has a free action and then he goes again on top of that? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's
Yeah.
first, yeah. And then what did his cat roll?
I believe it goes off the same initiative as me.
Does it?
Yeah. Or is
Does
that
it?
pets or is that summons?
No.
That's summons, I think, get their own.
No.
At least from
pets did
everything
too.
I've read, it was saying that the animal companion goes.
I'll look
or
up-
like the option is.
I'll look up the animal companion sheet real quick because I have it saved because I was helping. Online. Animal companion. Here we go. Alright, animal companion. Where's initiative on it? Initiative. Initiative. Okay, there's a feat for improved initiative. This
okay.
second. No, that's remembering. If a player regularly that's. The second player should roll initiative separately for the companion, so the companion's actions don't get forgotten on either turn, giving the companion its own turn to reinforce its roles in the party.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
okay,
Yeah,
alright.
roll that same thing.
How do I determine its initiative bonus? Where is he?
It's I think it's just your dex modifier.
There we go.
Yeah, it's dex plus misc if you have any misc, though I don't think they do.
16. So it'll be you, then the dog, then the cat.
And with the beginning one, because it's a 20, you automatically.
Yeah, he'll get 2 turns.
Yeah, you'll get 2 turns, but you don't have to necessarily attack it on that
No.
turn. You can ready for an attack.
Alright. Well, see, this is where things get funny because I believe as a swift action I can command the animal companion to do something.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can command it to attack.
You could,
Technically
or maybe your
Yeah, or if you don't,
your animal handling
when it's your
instincts
turn.
could take over, and maybe you could,
Persuade it to
yeah, maybe this.
leave you alone.
yeah, so generally how it works is you can use a swift action to tell this animal to do something specifically, or if you don't on its turn, it'll just do something that is general naturally inclined to do. So a dog
Okay.
would, go up and bite them because it's a dog.
Alright, well, okay. How about I might actually go for that? I will attempt to animal handle the dog and try and relax it so that it's not going to
Yep.
fight.
Did you
Yep.
just say good luck with that?
So animal handling, remind me how that rolls again.
He
It's
rolls handle
literally
animal,
handle.
and you make
Yeah.
up the DC.
And
or you can look on the list of handle animal and see what the list would be.
Yeah,
like.
no, I'm looking on my list for it to see if it was on here.
I mean, it's not the.
So roll for
It's a
it.
pretty smart option. Even if the DC's high, it's better than trying to fucking fight a giant dog on your own.
It's not a giant
If
dog,
it-
is it?
No,
Nah,
Yes.
but
it's
in
not-
my head it is,
it's not
just because I
huge.
like to exaggerate things in my
It's a
own
bull.
mind.
It's a bull mastiff.
bulldog. Oh,
Okay.
it's a big
It's a bull
dog.
mastiff.
I mean, we're Harry Potter.
It's reasonably
We're
decent
Harry
size.
Pottering it already.
Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Well,
Oh,
I
it's a
mean, I'm
three-headed
also,
dog
I'm also
separated
mean
into
Deathly
3 dogs.
Hallows Part 1, when they go to the vault. There's a giant fucking dragon, and they like pick up the bells and have to shake them so the dragon doesn't attack.
Yeah, that's a cruel thing. But we have the whistle with us.
Well, we don't,
Speaking
but I'm
of-
gonna get it when it's our turn again.
Oh, I was actually thinking of doing that too.
Yeah, like
So,
I was like when
One,
he's
one
get
of
it.
us will.
Yeah,
One of us will.
I mean we're smart.
So you roll down 18 for animal handling. I
More
had
cautious.
that as a 6.
I mean I don't know about you,
I
but
had that as a.
My
Yeah, I had that
intelligence
as a
isn't that
16.
I'm
bad,
pretty sure I
actually.
So-
managed to get us through all this without a
Cool.
single thing of combat by bluffing.
Yeah, like
So
I
what
could
are you
have
going
done
to try and do then?
in the first bit.
I'll try and get it to calm down and just prove that we're not a threat, and then while I'm distracting it, hopefully the cat can sneak past without aggravating the
No,
Hopefully you don't activate the two other dogs.
That he doesn't know about.
Shut up! He doesn't know about them.
Was he not here when you said it?
He was
No?
here,
Well, he
but
he
his
was here, but he's
character
not
doesn't
here.
his
know.
character
Well,
doesn't have
I
a
know
clue.
that.
Which is
You
why.
put that 4-4
since-
back right now.
Since that was all in the surprise round, can I attempt to make friends with the dog so that it hopefully won't attack in future?
All right, now fetch.
Have you got animal friendship?
I don't believe so.
Can you do
Is
animal
there a
handle?
spell for that? Is there?
Yeah, can you
There is animal
animal
friendship.
handle again to like improve its mood?
Animal handle
Yeah,
is
can someone
basically
send me the
diplomacy
sheet for
for
animal handling,
animals.
please?
Right, and you can improve
What
mood
was
with
that?
diplomacy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
animal
if someone
handle is
could just
basically
link me the animal
diplomacy.
handling, that would be great.
Sure, I'll look it up. Unless Crow finds it first.
I probably won't.
Yeah, handling. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. No. Fine.
The skill is
would be
officially called handle
under-
animal if that's what you need.
Handle animal handling.
Fucking.
It's mostly to make it
Thank
do things.
You having trouble
Yeah,
finding
so
it?
No, I found it.
All right.
It's linked in the first bit. Anyways, okay, so check. The DC depends on what you're trying to do. Handle an animal, 10. Push an animal, 25. Teach an animal a trick, 15 or 20. Train an animal for a general purpose, 15 or 20. Rear a wild animal. Basically, you're trying to rear a wild
I
animal.
wouldn't say trying to
technically
rear a
speaking.
wild animal. Even
no.
That's not even close.
I'm trying to teach it to down. I guess it says animal breaks off from combat or otherwise back. So I got that the first go. I just don't think there's anything else I can do.
So, well. Handle an animal. This task involves commanding an animal to perform a task or trick that it knows.
Probably.
Technically, that dog should know how to
Like-
back down.
Right.
Which I've already achieved. So
If the animal is wounded or has taken any non-lethal damage or
Oh, here we
abilities
go.
from
No, I
DC
can
increases
now
by 2.
I can now make it I can make it stay.
Roll
So
over.
the animal stays in place,
Play
waiting
dead.
to return. It does not challenge other creatures that come by.
There you go.
Where
How's
is
that?
one?
Stay DC 15 down the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Waiting for you to return. Well.
Is that acceptable, Lord?
That's an 18. Wait.
That was my previous roll. I'm asking if I need to roll again. Or whether, because I've already done diplomacy with it, whether it'll just be happy to wait. I don't know.
Oh, this will probably be a dog that's trained in guarding, though. So for that, it will basically be the tricks it will know will be defend, down, and guard. So you'll have to basically DC against down.
So you'd have to teach it a new trick, which would be a different DC to teach it to stay.
Yeah. The animal breaks off from combat or otherwise backs down. So you need... Well,
But it
still
would
needs
know
to
to
be
stay, wouldn't it? Because that's the command of the whistle would be for them to
an
stay.
animal that doesn't know this trick continues to fight until it must flee due to injury or its opponent is dead. But basically, it backs down. It will not attack.
Right, but he already
Is
did that.
what down does.
He's trying to make it
Yeah.
stay.
Well, it does stay. It breaks off from combat
No,
and backs
he's trying
down.
to make it stay its own thing.
Oh. No, yeah. He's trying to make it not attack him later, but stay isn't exactly how that works. Stay is it'll stay there until he comes back. Once he comes back, it will reinitiate something. Not necessarily aggressive, but the animal stays in place waiting for you to return.
Right, but it doesn't challenge anybody who comes by.
Yeah. It doesn't challenge other creatures that come by, though it still defends itself if it needs to, yeah.
Which means if any other
Yeah,
guards
you're
come
gonna-
by, it's not going to listen to him.
Yeah. So technically, if you want it to stay fully,
You have to teach it stay.
yeah, which is a DC check of 20.
No, so I've already got its sheet and it's already available to stay, so it's alright. You can just roll it as is.
So, just leave it, or do you want me to do another roll?
Oh no, so you'll need to roll, but you only have to beat a 15. Not a 20.
You
There we
fucking got
Either way.
this.
So either way.
You got this.
I give it a pat on the head and say, good dog. Alright, and then
so
I'll
you're
continue
going
down the
to-
hallway stealthily.
So
So you go down the hallway a bit, you take a right, and
Hey,
there
guess
is
what?
another dog. I'm going to just hold it there quickly
Hey.
while we go back to Crow and Wolf.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Hey,
What are
hey,
you two doing?
hey, Daniel. Remember, like,
Yo.
30 minutes before joining, I was telling you about how if we encounter animals in the campaign, that the RP element would be more fun for you? Yeah, that really fucking
You're not
paid
wrong.
off the first session you played, didn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we're back to us.
Nothing else has for him. Yeah, it's back to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that my hands are off
What
the
do you think?
chest, I begin searching the guard.
I kind of look
don't
back
do
at
that.
the door to see if the other guards will try to come in, kind of thing, while he searches. Not necessarily to
Yeah.
defend, but
Just on watch.
to prepare. Just basically to
Yeah.
prepare to come up with an excuse.
I mean, we don't need one. The excuse is already
Do
there.
you,
Yeah,
do you close the
but to
door?
explain it. Did we close it? Oh, like
No, the
for
door.
the ring?
Yeah, the chest.
So not the main hall, the door into the chest, not the chest. So
No, we did
the
not.
chest is
We
in
did
its own
not
small
close
room.
that door.
Did you close the room?
No.
You didn't close that door, so the guards can see straight through to you guys.
Then
with the
they
chest,
then
yeah.
they should have saw him just get an arrow through his head.
Yeah, that's what they'd be rolling for that now, and they did. So the guard sort of. So the guard has obviously heard. He didn't hear the arrow go through him, but he sort of heard a sort of a thud go down, and as they're looking back, so you sort of opening the chest, getting the treasure out, and then the guard notices that the other guard is down. He comes running up.
Okay.
What's happened here? What's going on?
And I look up and like, I try to say shakenly, like, I gave him the key. I told him to open the chest. I let him do the honors because he's a good guard. Like he helped us do all this to help us move the ring, and so I thought it'd be an honor to let him open the key. And He did, but he didn't disable it first, and as you know, you've been a guard here. The trap triggered.
Yeah. You didn't disable the box?
No, he
I
didn't.
Come on,
I
Roger, you should have
expected
known
him.
better.
We were too late to,
I thought he was
or
gonna.
the priest was too late.
I thought he was gonna wait for
Sorry.
me at least, not just rush it. I don't. Look, man, this sucks. But listen, right? I really like this guard. He was my friend. I'm in a really grieving state right now. I can't really fully process what just happened. All I know is he helped us so much, and now he's no longer here. But what
Do
better
you
way
still
to
have
go
your
out?
hand in his pockets?
Hang on. No. My hands are like
Right.
fully wide as I'm doing that Ricky Bobby thing where I don't know what to do with my hands, and I'm like, what better way to go out though, than in service to our Lord?
Alright, so roll a diplomacy for that one.
Diplomacy.
I mean, you're not
Diplomacy?
technically entirely
Or-
bluffing him.
Can I bluff
Yeah,
him
it's
though?
not technically a bluff.
All right.
Well, yeah, well, I guess he kind of is bluffing, but at the same
None of that was really a lie, though, was it? So,
it kind of was, but
I mean,
wasn't.
I literally said my friend died in a morning.
So
well,
yeah,
I
so that's a
suppose.
bluff, but the
Yeah, I
diplomacy bit.
Robert.
Yeah, roll
Alright.
both and take whichever's higher, I guess. Oh, okay.
Either way, your DC with diplomacy was 15 anyway, so you're alright.
I tell him, I like, look, this sucks. We're gonna do what the bishop told us to do. We're gonna hide the ring so only we know where it is. Then when we go report back to the bishop afterwards, I'm personally going to just give the best service we can to Roger. I'm gonna, out of my own pocket, I'm gonna make sure he gets the best service he can get. I'm gonna personally tell the bishop of his service and how just invaluable he was to us.
Well, that sounds very generous of you.
God damn.
Tempted to make you roll another bluff for that, but
I tell him I did the same for all you guys too. You know, you guys are invaluable to us.
Okay, this is really getting
I
boy.
got one.
Oh my god. This was literally me last session.
Well, that's very generous of you then. Did you want to deal with Roger now, or what would you like to do
we
with
have to
his
go
body?
hide the
Would you
ring
like to take it?
first.
The ring is
Very
of
well.
utmost importance first, but he is definitely up there.
So
No worries.
we bow
So you're
and
taking the
start
ring?
heading out. Oh, yeah.
No worries.
Oh wait, I
hold
stop.
on.
I point and I say, sorry, we need the whistle. And I kind of awkwardly like get the whistle from Roger.
Yeah, you will need that. Damn.
Yes. Sorry,
He
Roger.
allows it.
I kind of like
Yeah.
bow down and like apologize to Roger on Saizo's behalf.
You know what I'm gonna do? I take 2 gold pieces of mine and I place them on his eyes.
Ooh, nice. They like that. They approve of that.
Oh damn! This is Catholic. God damn.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, if you know anything about septarians, they're greedy fuckers.
And I.
In nomine Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti. Boondocking
Yeah,
style.
and we start
Alright.
heading out.
So let's go to head out. Alright then, back to Dane. There is another dog, sort of disgruntled looking at you. What you gonna do?
It's not triggered initiative yet, has it though? But it's not looking
Not
at me.
I'm gonna give you that bonus action that you had before that you haven't really used. To sort
Okay.
of try and
I'll
deal
let-
with this dog if you can. Before it rolls initiative.
I will attempt to do the same thing to this dog.
Fair enough.
This is great.